Hello students, welcome to your mathematics class. Today in this video, you will learn about the chapter integers. So now in this video, let us do some problems related with the multiplication of integers. Let us see the first question. What will be the sign of the product if you multiply 103 negative integers and 65 positive integers? We know that the product of odd number of negative integers is a negative integer. So when we multiply 103 negative integers, we get their product as a negative integer because 103 is an odd number. Also, when we multiply any number of positive integers, we get their product as a positive integer. So when we multiply 65 positive integers, we get their product as a positive integer. Since the product of 103 negative integers is a negative integer and the product of 65 positive integers is a positive integer, so we can write, the sign of the product of a negative integer and a positive integer is what? When we multiply a positive integer and a negative integer, or a negative integer and a positive integer, when both are opposite in sign, their product will be always a negative in sign. So the sign of the product of a negative integer and a positive integer is, we get a negative integer. So the sign of the product of a negative integer and a positive integer is negative. So in this question, we will write the answer that the sign of the product is here negative. Now, let us do another question. Find the product of -1 multiplied by -1 multiplied by -1 up to 171 times. We know that the product of odd number of negative integers is a negative integer. Here -1 is a negative integer. So when -1 is multiplied odd number of times, because here 171 is an odd number, so when -1 is multiplied odd number of times by itself, we get their product as a negative integer. So let us see the product. Here -1 is multiplied by itself 171 times, which is an odd number. So we get their product as negative sign with 1 multiplied by 1 up to 171 times. So that will be equal to -1, because 1 multiplied by 1, as many times we multiply 1 by itself, we get the product as 1. So that means if -1 is multiplied an odd number of times by itself, we get the product is -1. Similarly, let us see the second question. Here -1 is multiplied by itself 2000 times. So when a negative integer is multiplied even number of times by itself, we get their product as a positive integer. So here we get the sign of the product. So when -1 is multiplied 2000 times, which is an even number, by itself, we get the sign of the product as positive with 1 multiplied by 1 up to 2000 times. So this will give +1, because 1 multiplied by 1 2000 times will give 1 and the sign is plus, so the product will give +1. That means if -1 is multiplied an even number of times by itself, we get their product as +1. Now, let us see another question. In a class test containing 10 questions, 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer and -2 marks are awarded for every incorrect answer and 0 for each question not attempted. If Ravi gets 4 correct and 6 incorrect answers, what is his score? Now, according to this question, total number of questions in a class test is 10. Marks given for each correct answer is equal to 5. marks given for each incorrect answer is equal to -2, and marks given for not attempted questions is equal to 0. So marks given for 4 correct answers, as Ravi gets 4 correct answers, so marks given for 4 correct answers will be equal to, the number of correct answers is 4 and marks given for each correct answer is 5. So we will find here 4, product of 4 and 5, that is 20. Similarly, marks given for 6 incorrect answers, here number of incorrect answers is 6 and marks given for each incorrect answer is -2. So 6 multiplied by -2 will be equal to here -12. So here as total question is 10, so 4 correct answers and 6 incorrect answers. Therefore, Ravi's total score will be equal to marks for correct answers plus marks given for incorrect answers. So here marks given for correct answer is 20 and that for incorrect answer is -12. That means 12 marks is to be deducted from the total score for giving correct answers. So that will be equal to here 8. So Ravi's total score will be 8. So in this question we get the answer here. The total score of Ravi is 8. So he get total 8 marks. So in this way you try some questions which is given in your book. I hope all of you understood whatever discussed today in this video. So thank you all of you and have a nice day.